Welcome to the Midday View. Lethiwe, I see the digging hasn't stopped. Just first up, what's the sentiment like while people are waiting for those samples to be studied, properly analyzed, and a verdict to be issued? What's the current sentiment?
Well, then what I can tell you is that the numbers here on the sites in KwaHlathi have decreased from what we saw previously when we arrived here on Monday. There were close to 1,000 people here on site, but today it's not a lot of people here on the site. People have been sleeping over, but when I was talking to the locals, they did say that a lot of people have decided to leave, and that is because some of them have found what they came here for, and the others that are still remaining are those ones, unfortunately, who have not been able to find the treasure that they're hunting for. But while speaking to the locals, they also did indicate that for now, they're just going to wait for the government to come back to them, as they promised on Tuesday that they will be coming back with the results. They did take a few samples of this stone, and also they did say that the sampling and the analysis might take a while. So they will be coming back to the community and they will be telling them whether this stone right here that I'm holding in my hand is an actual diamond or not. But for now, the residents are just basically continuing with their work. They are still mining and they haven't been told to vacate the sites as yet, and they are saying that they cannot wait for the government to come back to them and actually clarify if this is an actual stone, an actual diamond or not.
Or something else. Who knows what that could be. So the authorities have really not really come there, like law enforcement, police, have just left the people on their own. And earlier you've mentioned that KwaHlathi falls under eNCA as a traditional leader. I wonder what they are saying, what is their view about what is happening, because KwaHlathi village, like most parts of South Africa, especially rural South Africa, is a poor community.
Well, then on Tuesday, I actually had a chance to speak to eNCA, and I asked him about this land. He did say that this land actually belongs to him, but at the moment they did not want to do anything or say anything to the people that are here on site, just to avoid trouble that might come if they actually tell the people to live here. But another observation that I've made, well, on Tuesday there were a lot of law enforcement officers here on the site because government was coming. Today there's not a lot of law enforcement officers. Actually, I haven't seen even one policeman here on site. So the people have just been left here to continue mining. While I was speaking to eNCA, he did say that he has a problem with a lot of people coming here because of the crowds, and we know that we're still dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, and a lot of people here on site are not wearing masks, and that's another concern. But unfortunately for now, his hands are tied, and he is going to wait for the government to indicate what should be done moving forward.
Okay, finally, Lethiwe, besides the people that you've been speaking to, they're saying that they're waiting for the government feedback about what kind of stone is actually that they've been digging for. I mean, and the numbers have declined. I mean, are people digging and then leaving? Do you think over the next day or two we're going to see less and less people there?
Well, speaking to the residents who've been here since last week, they are saying that they see a lot of numbers during weekends, and that's because some people have to work. But majority of people here in the village are unemployed, so those are the people that we're seeing right now. But for those who have to travel as far as Gauteng, the Western Cape, and also the Eastern Cape, because there's a lot of people coming from those areas, they quickly come if it's the weekend. The residents were also saying here in KwaHlathi that yesterday, because it was a public holiday, the numbers were quite high, but today overnight people left because they have work. So I'm hoping that over the weekend we're going to see, well, I'm not hoping actually right then, but I'm just saying over the weekend there will be an increase in numbers if government has still not come back with the results from the analysis that they did on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a very difficult situation because you don't want a riot to break out. People are desperate to get something. They don't even know what is there. We'll have to wait and see, and hopefully the government won't take too long to come back to the people and tell them what is it, what is a stone. Thank you very much, Lethiwe Mdluli. KwaHlathi, just outside Ladysmith in KwaZulu-Natal.